Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Medeek Floor plugin. My name is Nathaniel P. Wilkerson, and today I wanted to demonstrate an additional feature I've added to the floor plugin, and that is an additional decking option. So I've gone ahead and just created this quick perimeter wall just to help us put this floor on something besides the ground, just for better visualization. And let's go ahead and get started here. We're just going to click the floor draw tool, and because we've got kind of a commercial sort of application here, I'm going to go ahead and just use steel trusses. I think I've set them already to 48 on center spacing, and we'll just go ahead with all the defaults there. And then if you've noticed here down below, I've now added this additional option here called steel decking. Okay, so we have the regular floor sheathing, deck boards for regular like decking for patios, and now we have steel decking. So steel decking, if you've noticed, there's a number of options here actually, but I've basically added in already 3 different profiles, and these are profiles that are coming from Nucor's website. Verco is the Verco building, I think, or Verco decking actually. So if you need additional profiles added, and there's quite a few more actually that I haven't added yet, go ahead and give me a shout and I will do that. So we'll just start with that one first, and then I'm going to actually set this to 0 for now. And let's also turn on this here concrete slab. So the default slab thickness is 6.5 inches, which seems to be pretty standard for commercial buildings for some reason. I'm not very familiar with commercial building, but you can always change that. So let's go ahead and update, and then let's go ahead and draw this this floor. All right, so just work our way around these points. I guess I should have created a face or something, but this will work. We don't have too many points. So yeah, we just work our way around and give it a second. Okay, so there's our floor, and what I'm going to do is actually hide this wall here so we can take a look underneath and see what's going on. So as you can see, and actually I accidentally turned off the deck layer. So we've got this. Now, as you can see right off the bat, obviously this decking is going the incorrect direction from the floor joist. So, I mean, and there's actually, that's by design. So with the regular wood decking, I think I have it set up, where the decking will go perpendicular to the joists. But in this case, just because I don't know exactly, how people will handle this, so you basically can set the decking however you like, independently of the joist direction. So if we go here into the edit menu, I'm going to show you guys that. And maybe this is too much flexibility, but I don't think it is. So we'll go ahead and set that to 90. Basically, you have 2 options, 0 or 90 for the deck rotation. And we'll just go ahead and update that. Okay, so now you see it's going perpendicular to the steel joists, or steel trusses, sorry. Okay, a couple things to note. So you can turn on and off the concrete slab, of course, and it's on its own concrete layer as well. And the decking, I think, is on the floor deck layer. Right here you can see I can turn that on and off. Here's the floor, the slab. Okay, so they're on separate layers. So you may want to turn those on and off. Of course, you can turn this off completely. You don't have to turn on the concrete slab. So if I do that, it just draws without any concrete slab. There's certain applications where you're putting on a roof or something, and I don't think they use concrete on those as often. Let's turn that back on real quick though, and I'm going to just demonstrate a couple other things in regards to concrete slabs. So yeah, default 6.5. If you want, you can change that to whatever kind of dimension you want. If you get below the height, it may throw an error. I need to look at that, behind the kind of the corrugation of the steel here. So just, understand that the total slab thickness has to be in excess of whatever the corrugation thickness of the steel is there. Okay, deck overhang, pretty self-explanatory. It's very similar to a lot of the other options here. So right now you can see it's flush with the joists, but let's go ahead with a 6-inch overhang just to demonstrate that, and just give it a second to rebuild. And you can see now that it's basically got an overhang all the way around. And then, of course, if you want to remove the overhang on a specific edge, like let's see on this front edge here, I want to remove that overhang. Let's go ahead and just hit 1 in there, and you can change that up. And then if you want to add in another, like let's say 1 and 2 for some reason, I don't know why, but you have that option to specify that. So you can, kind of customize what overhang, actually you can't really customize separate overhangs, but what you can do is remove the overhang from specific edges. So anyways, if you need more flexibility than that, let me know, but I think that should cover most cases. So anyways, 6 profiles currently that I've added. Some of them are fairly, what's the word? They've got a lot of corrugation, so they get a little, it takes a little while for them to draw because there's so much to draw, right? So here's like the N332, which is kind of an interesting profile. Let's go ahead and change that to 6-inch on that. So one last thing I just wanted to note, basically, let's jump out of this now. So the floor slab is basically created, you're going to notice here with these metal panels that they're all separate. I keep them as separate panels, right, in the proper dimensions and everything. But the floor slab is joined all together, and so it's just one big slab, which makes sense. So I'm going to hide that real quick. Where is our floor concrete? Right there. So I'm going to show you. So right in here, if you click into any of these, each panel is labeled, with panel number, panel 1, panel 2, panel 3, so on and so forth. And then, and you can see that they're each separate panels. In this case, I think they're 36 inches wide, which is, the dimensionally accurate width of these panels. So I've taken, Nucor has a very nice website for Verco decking, and they have very detailed drawings. I'm able to essentially model these basically exact, pretty much. I mean, I've rounded up the thickness on the gauge of steel just because I think it's better to have a little thicker than thin, but dimensionally the actual outline is exact. So very convenient for them to provide me that information. It's kind of sometimes hard, some of these manufacturers don't have very good documentation, but they did. So anyways, it's not that hard for me to add in new profiles actually, now that I've got kind of a method figured out. And if you need additional profiles from them or any other manufacturer, just let me know. So I think that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot to this really, but just a good addition because people have been asking it. Once I added in the steel trusses, naturally people wanted to start using steel decking and concrete along with those. So anyways, if you have any other questions or want additional features, please feel free to email me and I will take everything under consideration. All right, we will talk to you guys later. Thank you very much.